at the 300-mile checkup, check-in. 307 miles driven in this trip. Currently, I'm cruise control at 73 miles per hour. Average miles per hour, average miles per gallon, if I can get this to focus here, is 22.3 miles per gallon. And right now, we're going extreme uphill. We're talking about miles and miles and miles. I-95 North is going uphill. And that's the reason why I'm getting 22.3, because the car has to work a little bit harder to pull all this weight uphill. Now you can see it just switched to 22.4 to 22.3. It keeps changing back and forth. So obviously, if you drive in the mountains or something like that, driving in the mountains is going to affect your fuel economy when you go up, and it will also increase your fuel economy when you go downhill. But mostly the hard part is going uphill, right? Because that's when you're really going to be burning the gas. So depending on where you're located and what your trip is like, this is a very long road that I'm traveling on. I'm doing an extreme number of miles to do this testing. So therefore, I'm covering an unusual amount of ground that is not normal for a person that just maybe goes to do a short commute every day back to work, perhaps maybe like 25 miles each way. I'm doing 200 miles each way. So within those 200 miles, I go through quite a bit of stretch of the road where the conditions change from going up and going down. Like from here, I can see ahead of me where this is about to go downward or level off. So let's see, I'm actually gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna talk for a couple of minutes and wait until we get to the next area where the road condition changes, so you can see how the mile per gallon changes when we get there. But in the meantime, let me just give an update on the miles. So the computer's telling me I have 116 miles till empty. And my trip meter says I've driven, well, I'm gonna wait a second here. I'm gonna wait till it says 310 miles. When it says 310 miles, then we can do some easy math to add up how many miles we've driven and how many miles it says that we'll have till empty and what that total is. So 310 miles plus 115 till empty, it's going to give us 425 miles. That's what the estimate is. And the gas we have left is a quarter tank of gas, which usually is about 100 miles. 100 miles left of driving, or in this case, it was about 110 miles the last quarter tank I did. So everything seems to be on pace properly. So let's go ahead, like I said, once we get to this point where the road conditions change. As a matter of fact, I think I'm on different road condition right now. This looks a little bit more flat and level. And sometimes it takes your car's computer a little while to recalculate. But let me go ahead and do a live recalculation here. Let's take a look at the fuel economy if I reset the clock. So let me click reset. All right, you see I reset it. Now let's see what the mile per gallon is as I continue here and just watch to see how it changes being on these different road conditions, because now I know I'm not going uphill because I can see the road. So I'm giving the car an opportunity to recalculate how many miles per gallon I'm actually using right now. So it's starting off telling me I'm getting 22.3. Let me see if I can back this camera up. 22.3, 22.1. Yeah, I think actually I'm going uphill again. And for me, it's funny that I've been doing this so much that I can tell that if I'm doing 23 or 24 miles per gallon, I'm probably on a level surface. But anything less than that, anything around like 22-ish, it tells me that I'm actually using a lot more energy because we're going on an incline and going upwards. But anyway, that's it for the update for the 300 miles. The next update will be closing out this whole drive when we get back home. And I have a short little bonus scene that I'm going to throw in on well, not a close course, but it's a small area of about 20-something miles between my house and I-95. And I'm going to do a short road test there and show you the miles per gallon that I get when I get into that we're seeing now. The miles per gallon goes through the roof when I get back into a local town area. Okay, I'll see you then.